so in the middle of my primary bench session, so at the minute I'm only benching once a week. I'm doing dumbbells, there are 2 sessions. I'm benching once a week and I'm doing so within the pain limit. Keeping the volume incredibly low. I'm doing 1 heavy set of 3 and I'm just progressing it. And I'm trying to make sure it's controlled. I'm trying to make sure that my shoulder can adapt to it and is capable of it. So I'm using the dumbbells and the other sessions to condition my shoulder with rotator cuff work, dumbbell bench press, greater ROM, more kind of use of stabilizers, less load. So it's a way of training it without putting the same load on that I do with bench press. I started off initially trying to bench like 3 days a week. But I just found I was just getting, so when my shoulder gets like in a bad space, it's quite kind of hard to control it, and I feel like I can't lock out this elbow. I was starting to feel that within like the 3rd week, and like I was benching like piss light weights. I think the heaviest I've gone up to was like 120, so like absolutely fuck all. Whereas I'm starting to get a bit of success with this. So I just want to talk around some of the parameters I'm using, and then how you can maybe use that if you have like back pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, if you have some kind of chronic pain you're dealing with. So what I do is I work up. So I've done the bar, I've done 60, I've done 100, I'm now going to do 120. I'm taking a 3-minute standardized rest. This is going to be my 2nd heaviest weight, probably, unless it feels shit, in which case it'll be my heaviest weight. And then I'm going to do 147. Last week I did 142, that was my heaviest weight. So I'm going to do this. I'm not using like a strict tempo, I'm just controlling it down, good pause, like a 2-2. And then on the press, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm co-contracting with my shoulders and I'm not being too explosive off the chest, just to kind of reduce the force of it a little bit. So it's 127, I think. Okay, so that was pretty good. A bit of a pull on the 1st rep, but then I remembered to co-contract. So I found in the last bench session that I did, if I intentionally think, am I contracting my scap or contracting my upper back, it really reduces the pain. So that's something that I'm constantly trying to work on. I feel okay. I think I'm good to go up. I'll take a 3-minute standardized rest. Also, steel 45s were the way that God wanted you to go. So let's start the timer. So last year for bench press was probably the least amount of pain I've been in since I originally injured my shoulder in 2005, 2006, but I made fuck all progress. My best competition bench press 190, whereas I managed 200 the year beforehand. So for a period of time I was pushing 2 sets, just pushing into pain. No, because the whole thing about last year I was trying to train, but train within parameters that meant I wasn't kind of pushing into like a chronic overuse, and I wasn't getting like loads of shoulder pain, and it was good, but it really limited my bench progress. So one thing that was good from that period of like 8 weeks or 6 weeks, because I got up to like 165 for 10, I think I did 170 for 7 or 8, but that's kind of when things started diving off a cliff. Because I could really get good progress with my bench press when I push it hard, and I push it hard twice a week, and that's what really works for my bench press. It doesn't really matter the structure, if I use 8s or whatever, just as long as I'm lifting with like kind of 1 in reserve, 0 reserve, 2 in reserve, and I'm progressing the weight, you know, I get good weeks, bad weeks, but generally speaking I get a pretty reliable upward trend. But what happens is my shoulder can't take it, my rotator cuff can't take it, my tendon can't take it, whatever it is in my shoulder just can't. I've got a chronic tendonitis, what the fuck you want to call it. I've got a chronic pain issue in my left shoulder. So I'm trying to work within those parameters. What I found last year though was I could push assistance pretty hard, so I could do like, I could go nuts on close grip or press up movements. I could go like as hard as I want those. Dumbbells are good, pull-ups are good, shoulder press a bit iffy. Can't really do incline bench here. I could do it in the gym, which is fine, but I want something I can do here because I want to start move my sessions to the morning. So I really want to kind of get back to that because that's focus this year. Well, powerlift is the focus this year. I really want to put up some decent numbers, so I'm going to have 3 comps coming up. I'll maybe talk about that a little bit later. This is more specifically around kind of how I'm managing like a 18-year-old pain issue, chronic pain issue, and hopefully it'll be of use to people. So, enough shit talk. Next set's 147. I think last workout I managed 142, so there's been a 5 kilo increase. This is 2 weeks lapse because it's been through Christmas. I was training, I managed a couple of sessions, so I only really missed 1 session, which was good because my goal was to keep up 3 sessions. But I didn't bench because it was in pure gym and the benches there are shit. The bars are actually pretty decent, but the benches are shit, and I can't really be arsed kind of dealing with that. Dumbbell area was too dumbbell. It was too busy, so I didn't do dumbbells. So I just like I did machines and an incline. Didn't do any intensity. So it was the first kind of like intensity my shoulder's gonna have had through it for the last kind of like 12 days or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. Nearly had a misload. So yeah, trying to. Oh, sorry, I just had to turn the timer off. So again, same tempo, not a set tempo. Just control it down. Solid pause. Press in a way that's like not so forceful. Press in a way that kind of elicits the least amount of pain, and then try and progress like 5 kilos a week. And then hopefully add in another bench session in a month or 2. Drop a dumbbell bench session for a bench session. I'll move my grip back into my old grip as well. For a period I was using kind of middle. But that's all bullshit. If you're just skirting around the issue doing that, realistically you should just work within the page parameters. Changing grips, changing exercises, you're just kind of skirting around the issue. It's good for managing, but like you're not going to get back to performance doing that. Feels pretty light in the hands. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Probably the limit for today. I'm not sure I would rate that on the pain scale. A bit of a nip in the left shoulder. Right now is probably 3 out of 10. Before I started it was 1 out of 10, so a bit of pain afterwards. Nothing to really adjourn. A little bit of referral into my elbow from my shoulder. But I think that's more from being hungover as fuck yesterday and vomiting the ring up. I'm also doing sober until my next comp. I'll maybe talk a little bit more about that in another video. I might start logging just an Instagram story once a morning maybe, before workouts maybe. I don't know, who gives a fuck? I don't know, so I guess you definitely don't. Anyway, I'll put this up to YouTube and you can go fuck yourself.